Wait, Nintendo, have I missed something? Please tell me I've missed something. Hey guys, welcome to GCT. Now I'm going to do a vlog style video thing, whatever you want to call it. I'm probably going to lose subscribers and fandom for this or whatever else. And honestly, I can't stress enough how at the moment it's one of those things that needs to be said because everybody for some reason seems to be fucking gullible. Now, Nintendo yesterday had their annual direct thing, mabob, whatever you want to call it. Now, usually I love these things. Normally they show something a little bit worthwhile at least. And in this case, they did a few things. Such things as Luigi's Mansion 3, which I will admit I'm looking forward to. It looks like really, really good. Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS, which is absolutely amazing. I must mention, Luigi's Mansion 3 is coming out on the Switch. One that was announced before the Direct was Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, which is one of my favourite Final Fantasy games by any means. It was one of the first I bought with my own money, and I've got a lot of nostalgia for that game. It's awesome. Now, what else did you get that was worth mentioning? Well, in my opinion, and like I said, I'm probably going to lose a lot of subscribers and a lot of fandom for this, and I honestly don't really care much. I just want to stop people being gullible. That's it. And I apologise if that comes across as me being cynical and ridiculous. Fine, okay, I'm cynical and ridiculous. But everything else that Nintendo put was essentially remakes of games that had either already been out for years anyway, that people have already probably played about 10,000 times, or ports of old Wii U and Wii games. The confusion is surmountable. I don't understand how that is even... I don't understand. Like, I know a lot of other companies release remakes and things like that. And I know that in some cases, it's a good thing. Like, for instance, we've just had Shenmue. Shenmue was a rare game to come by in the first place. It was for the Dreamcast. Not many people owned a Dreamcast, mainly because of the circumstances of the console, and it was a little bit of a niche thing. Not only that, the original games at least, go for stupid amount. So to get Shenmue 1 and 2 on one disc for 25 quid, that was a bargain. You're going to go for that. However, games like that I agree with. Rarer games I agree with. That you're not likely to find out in the wild or anything like that. It's fine. I understand that. Great stuff. But let's go through the Final Fantasy games that have been announced for the Switch. Besides the two that I'm kind of looking forward to, one of which I am looking forward to. It's that simple. Obviously, you already know about Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, because that is, one of those games that, again, it's not rare to come by. It's just it's just not easy. So to get that for the Switch is amazing, and it's coming out on PS4. There you go. Then you've got Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition HD, which is coming to Switch, which, even I'll admit, right, when they announced that game, for iOS and Android, I just thought an episodic Final Fantasy game, is this going the same way as the Final Fantasy VII Remake? I was kind of on that fence, and I played the first episode, and it was alright. It wasn't groundbreaking by any means, but it was okay. But the Switch didn't get Final Fantasy 15 in the first place, so for that to come out on the Switch, that's wicked, honestly. That's cool. People can have a play with that story. and run through that story without having to essentially buy another console if they don't want to. If they already own a Switch and they don't want to buy a PS4 or Xbox One, fine. You've got that option. You can play that game. Absolutely brilliant. Now to the other bits and pieces. Which I don't even know where to start. Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy IX are brilliant, brilliant games. Brilliant games. The problem is, everybody has already played these games probably umpteen times before. There are so many ways to play these games now that they are not remotely rare. They are not remotely hard to get hold of. And they are not remotely expensive. Because that market is oversaturated with the Final Fantasy games that, you know, have been out for years. You can get them on the PS3 from the PlayStation Store. You can get them for the PS Vita. You can get them for the PS1 in their original form, which, fair enough, is probably a little bit harder, but still, they're not that expensive. Then, not to mention the PSP. That's had multiple remakes of Final Fantasy 1, 2, and whatever else. 7, 8, and 9 you can actually get on Steam. Fair enough, that's not an option for me, because I don't really play games on PC, but still, it's an option. How is it that everyone is getting excited about this when, one, these games have been out for ages? If it was the first time they'd been re-released, I'd be like, all right, yeah, cool. No! The second one is the fact that they're on so many platforms that the mind boggles on why this is exciting. Fair enough, Final Fantasy is coming home back to Nintendo. I get that point. Fine, I understand. But Jesus, I would probably have more excitement for a dog shitting on my lawn. It annoys me more than anything. And honestly, I just wanted to get this out. My channel is usually on the positive side. And this I just can't be positive about because everybody is like, it's like everybody's gullible. Like, I'm a gamer at heart, but I'd like to see something new from Nintendo. Like, fair enough, you've got things like Starlink with the putting Star Fox in, which is quite cool, I'll admit. That's brilliant. That is awesome. And, for instance, Daemon X Machina. That looks awesome. But we need more of that. We need more of that from Nintendo. More franchises that they can pull out of the woodwork. Now, the one thing I did mention on Twitter last night was the other game that didn't show up at the Direct was sadly Metroid 4. I wish it did, but it didn't. Now, that is one of Nintendo's prime franchises as far as I'm concerned. It's one of the franchises that made Nintendo as solid as they are. And nothing. Oh. I understand the gaming community is a nice place. I understand that. But when people are putting bags over their heads at games that are as old as time itself, especially games that you can get pretty much everywhere else, I don't get it. And I had to get off my chest because I cannot keep condoning Nintendo not to show something good, because the last Direct that they had was absolutely atrocious as well. But the problem is Nintendo are relying on the gullible people. They rely on their older name, and I don't know. I needed to get it off my chest, and that's exactly what I've done. Tell me what you guys think below. If you comment a bad comment or a brutal comment, I just won't fucking listen to you because, you know, that's life. But at the end of the day, think. as a gamer, think. Because the gaming industry is becoming a lot like Hollywood right now. Hollywood are just rehashing everything that they can get the whole hands on, or relying on an older franchise that they can try and build upon, but not really change anything about it. And there's so many remakes, so many rehashes, so many restories, and it just annoys the crap out of me. And the gaming industry is becoming like that. The gaming industry is becoming the same stale world that Hollywood is, and I cannot understand why. But at the end of the day, guys, that's my thoughts on it. There you go. Like I said, it was going to be a vlog video because, well, honestly, I'm not giving Nintendo that privilege of me highly editing something that clearly they're annoying. I love Nintendo, I do. And I want to love them even more, but unless they change the fact that they just keep remaking games or reporting games to the newer systems, then I can't do anything. I understand that the Wii U wasn't successful and they want the games on the Wii U to be known. And that's fine. But do it gradually, not all in one Nintendo Direct. Do it over a year and announce a couple of games from that genre that era, instead of all at once and you've got nothing original to show us. Or if you have 2 or 3 games that are original to show us. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. If you lasted till the end of the video, awesome. If you didn't, sorry, you missed something special. In the meantime, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. In the meantime, guys, happy gaming. Hey guys, if you like this video, why not subscribe for more great content?